Here's a POV of what it's like to be a speaker that creates content for other speakers. Hey, what's up, guys? As you saw, look, we're in the studio, and I'm actually so excited because, as you guys know, I just moved to Atlanta about a month ago. And since moving here, I've had the privilege of creating content for motivational speakers here in the area. That's my niche. That's my specialty. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, would you mind sharing this video with other speakers that you might know who are either traveling to the Atlanta area or they live here in Atlanta? Because I want people to know about my services. First and foremost, hi, my name is Rayno Victor. I'm a victor and not a victim. And I tell people that because not only am I a media pro, right, as you can see on my shirt, but I'm also a victor. That's my last name, but I believe it's more than that. I'm a speaker that creates content for other speakers. And so one of my specialties is that we have here a studio offer for you guys here in the city of Atlanta. And I want to actually offer this because I know there are speakers who they just want to come in and create a quick commercial, and they want somewhere where they can just have their logo on the back. It looks professional. It looks clean. They come in and come out. And so we want to offer that for you. Also, we also have a podcast corner here at the Media Victor Pro headquarters where we also will allow you to create content. Here's some samples on the screen right now of something I created by interviewing one of my motivational speaker friends. And I highly recommend you guys go check out my YouTube channel. But my goal, honestly, with Media Victor Pro is to create content that leaves this world better than I found it. And the best way to do that is to be that speaker that not only speaks up front on stages, but also speaks behind the scenes. And this is what I mean by speaking behind the scenes. Speaking behind the scenes, meaning that I'm not just a motivational speaker, but I'm also a motivational doer. And so what that means is I'm doing things behind the scenes for my speaker clients, like editing video, like shooting the content, helping them so that they can look their best, be seen as professionals, but most importantly, help them make more money. Because at the end of the day, as long as they're selling more books, as long as they're driving more traffic to their websites, to their offers, as long as kids and old people, whoever, are listening to positive messages and their lives are being changed, and I'm there to record it and I'm there to build a team that's supporting them, then we're all winning. Because at the end of the day, my goal is their goal, which is to leave this world better than we found it. And there's no better way to leave a legacy than with a video. Just a quick testimonial. When I was around, I believe I was like 15, 16 years old, my mom introduced me to the idea of network marketing. And this is important because if you guys have ever been a part of a network marketing company, you guys know that they have some of the greatest personal development training in the world. I love it, right? And when I was a part of this network marketing group, I was trying to sell this specific product and service. I won't say the name of the company, but they are the ones that introduced me to Zig Ziglar. All right, and Zig Ziglar, he is famous for selling the idea of sales to people and just a personal development guru. And then I got introduced to Les Brown and Eric Thomas and all these amazing motivational people. And when I started listening to these people, right, I was a young man who was in a dysfunctional situation, right? I was a young man who was fighting my own personal demons, and it was listening to people who were positive, listening to motivational speakers who had learned things, who could teach me something. It taught me that I could do anything. And so from after graduating from high school, I knew that I wanted to be a part of the personal development industry. And my mentor, who was a motivational speaker at the time, he would be traveling all over the United States, speaking to kids, right? He would go to D1 schools. He actually got the opportunity to speak at a Nike basketball camp, and Nike paid him a lot of money to speak on the same stage as Scottie Pippen. And I took the photo of him and Scottie Pippen. And what's amazing is that my mentor actually got featured inside of a Nike commercial, and I was there, right? I was there the whole step of the way during that entire gap year when I was serving him completely for free. I remember just helping him sell his books at the back of his trunk. Right? I remember after the speaking engagements, they would come up to us and he'd be signing the kids' books and I'd be taking his pictures. And I just remember thinking to myself, although I'm not making money, right, doing this, right, because at that time I was a glorified intern, but I felt so proud that I knew that I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. I wanted to be that speaker that's creating speaking content for other speakers. And so I didn't say this as well. When we went to some of the schools, right, and some of the churches that we went to when we were serving there during that year, I actually spoke. I shared my story, and you can hear about that story on my YouTube channel. But the point of all this is to say no matter where you come from, right? No matter what your start is, no matter what your finish is, like when you find your purpose in life and you're able to do something that really helps the younger version of yourself, right? Because I'm imagining that the same way I needed those videos when I was a kid, right? Watching Zig Ziglar and Les Brown and Eric Thomas, right? And them exposing me to a positive way of life, and them helping inspire me to create my own mindset and framework for my own company. And then my mentor essentially mentoring me Mr. Miyagi style and showing me how to become a better man and how to be able to pour into other people. It just reminded me that like that's my job now, is to do what my mentors, whether they were virtual mentors or whether it was my in-person mentor, to do what they did for me for others. And so as we're going to go about inspiring the next generation, I'm saying, yo, like now it's my job to pour into the next generation and to create platforms, to create content that's going to help promote these speakers so they can continue to do the same for other people. Because I know what it feels like to feel broken, and you go to YouTube and you're typing in these motivational speakers and they're pouring into you. I want to be a part of that, right? And like I said, I don't have to be the one speaking to you. I have my own YouTube channel. I will be speaking. That's not even a question about it. But also, I'll be behind the scenes creating content for motivational speakers. So if you're a speaker, either traveling to Atlanta or you live in the Atlanta area, listen to me. I'm here. Reach out to me. I would love to connect with you. I want to learn more about your business. And two, I want to be able to help you to create content. And it could be a simple commercial. You can come here and create a commercial with me, or you can create some situation where you're coming into the studio on a regular basis. Maybe you need a podcast recorded, right? Maybe you need somebody to record some quick testimonials of you and your clients, right? I can do that for you. And we're going to make sure that you're taken care of, okay? And so if that makes sense, reach out to me. If it's not for you, please stay away from me, all right? We only want to create positive content, okay? And so, listen, guys, I just want to say this. Since moving to Atlanta, I've met so many cool people, so many people rocking with me, and doors are opening for me and my business. And I want to thank you, because I remember when I first moved here, I was scared. I'll be honest with you. Although I'm a man of faith, I'm human. And so I was praying every day, wondering how I was going to pay my rent, right? Wondering if I was going to make it, wondering if people were going to connect with me and my message. And what I found is that the speakers here in Atlanta, right, the ones so far that I'm meeting, they're really passionate about what I have to bring to the table, and I'm excited to work with you. So if you're a speaker, share this with your speaker friends, right, who are either traveling to Atlanta or, like I said, you live here in Atlanta and you want to connect me with somebody. I would love to connect with you. This is Rayno Victor again, signing off saying, I'm a victor and not a victim, and so are you. So please say that to yourself. Speak life over yourself, and remember who you are despite your circumstances. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.